Alright, this is going to be a shorter video. I'll share with you my story. So, I came here in 2014 to Italy, and I didn't know the language. I had no one to practice with, and because of my work schedule, I couldn't really find an English teacher or a language school. So, I had to teach myself how to learn Italian, and it was frustrating because I felt like an idiot. I felt stupid. I felt sad because I had no one that I could practice with. And on top of that, my wife, she didn't speak with me in English because she didn't have enough patience to teach me. So I was teaching English all day. My wife is talking to me in English, and I had no one to practice with. Then I realized that there were polyglots, or people who spoke many languages, and they were able to find strategies to improve their speaking by themselves. So I said, okay, well, let me document my process, let me document my journey, and then I'll share them with my students. And so I started out as an English teacher, and then I became a language coach. Because what happened was I started learning different strategies, and I reached like the intermediate level. And then I got stuck for 2 years. I was stuck at the B1 level. And then I discovered a strategy that helped me to reach B2 in 10 days. And then I discovered another strategy that helped me to reach C1 in 3 months. So if I would have had a coach to help me, I probably could have saved 2 or 3 years of my life. And that's why I created this program, this page, or Speak English Secrets, or my coaching program, so that I can help people move through English as fast as possible. To be honest, I think I could have reached C1 in 1 year, 1 or 2 years maximum, if I had the right strategy. And so I'll talk about some differences between an English teacher and an English coach. The first one is the teaching method. So an English teacher, they will usually focus on a specific part of the language. For example, grammar or pronunciation, or some theme like travel. Okay, so for 1 week you focus on that one thing: travel, flight, airplane, baggage, check-in, airport, things like that. And then maybe you will study some grammatical topic like first conditional. Okay, for 1 week we will study first conditional. We'll do first conditional practice and things like that. So it's more specific, and you repeat. And also with a language coach, they actually give you a strategy for how to learn a language. So it's a macro versus micro perspective, right? For me, I used to teach English, and I realized you can go to Google. You can find all the information that you need from an English teacher in a book, or from Google or YouTube. Okay, and then there are strategies that you can use to practice speaking by yourself. So once I discovered, wow, you can practice speaking by yourself, you really don't need an English teacher. And so with my coaching, I still do some English teaching, right? So I still talk about grammar. I still talk about those things. But my perspective is a more macro, which is why my target audience are people like entrepreneurs, because, I help them to save time. With an English coach, they will help you to save time. That's really the key. And then also with an English teacher is more passive learning. So, you go to a teacher once per week, twice per week, you listen, you practice sometimes, you practice, but if you don't practice during the week, you're probably wasting time, right? So the majority of my clients, they've been to language schools, they've been to other English teachers, they live in other countries, and it really wasn't that effective, right? So, you can get an English teacher for a little while, but if you're not practicing every day, then, it's not going to help you. The second thing is the mindset. So with an English coach, they're going to help you to change your mindset, how you think, right? So many of you have spent hours and hours with an English teacher, studying grammar or studying pronunciation and other things like that. But you still have fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of making mistakes. And so with an English coach, they're going to help you to overcome those things. Also, too, depending on the English coach, they may help you with, your personality, your learning style, and things like that. So the English coach will go deeper into mindset. And then also, an English coach will give you a strategy that you can use, not just for English, but for other languages. So when you learn English, you can use the same strategies to learn other languages. So, if you think about the CEFR scale, so for example, if you want to go from A1 to A2, or A from beginner to intermediate, or beginner to advanced, if you work with a language school, that could cost you a lot of money, thousands probably, at least 10 to 20,000. Especially if it's a physical language school. Like if you go to London, you could spend 4,000 just for 1 week. For 1 week, you spend 4,000. Of course, you live in an apartment and other things like that. But it's for me, I prefer to be a coach. It's much more interesting. But yeah, you can use these strategies for other languages. And then the last thing I want to say is the price. So with an English teacher, they charge you per hour, right? So maybe you pay $20 per hour, $30 per hour, $40 per hour. A coach will probably charge you more, maybe $100 per hour, 150, 200, 250 per hour, because they're giving you shortcuts to the language, right? So you can reach your goals faster. So I hope that helps. It depends on what is your goal. I can't say which one is better. I know which one I prefer. So if you want to save time, and if you don't want to waste a lot of time, I say go with an English coach. If you're looking just to practice, you're not really serious, or if your motivation is not really that high, then you just want to have fun and enjoy the language, then maybe get an English teacher so you can practice. For me, I think a coach will definitely help you to accelerate your progress. So thank you guys. See you guys tomorrow.